Salute and welcome to the channel. In this video we will tell you guys why we are studying medicine here in Romania.
And more importantly, we'll be telling you guys how we got here. Now, I always wanted to be a doctor, and if you guys watched our last video, you'll know I'm coming from the UK. And over there, it's a little bit different. So if you do want to be a doctor, you know from a really young age, and you have to kind of work out your subjects that you study in advance. So for GCSE, I took triple science, and these were my grades. Not bad, right? But it all went downhill when I started doing my A-levels. I took the usual biology, chemistry, maths, and further maths. And I got these grades. The problem that I had was I was coming off of having quite good grades for GCSE. I didn't put as much effort as I probably needed to get the best possible grades to study medicine in the UK, A-level wise.
First of all, I want to tell you why I'm studying dentistry. At the end of the day, dentistry is a craftsmanship, and it combines technical skills with the field of medicine. We are working with patients, and in the end of the treatment you have a result. Maybe a patient will smile again, or someone got relief from his pain. And that's what can make you really happy in life, if you have a passion that can help others. Then my time in school started, and I was always one of the lazy kind. The only subjects that were always fascinated me were the subjects related to medicine, and those subjects I started to revise. My only problem was it was very hard to be motivated for the other subjects. And especially when I was younger, I never understood why I had to do them. And this is something our German viewers will definitely know. If you want to study medicine or dentistry in our home country, you need to have the best grades in every single subject. And this was definitely not possible for me. German writing, for example, was so hard for me, and my English was basically trash.
I'm somebody who probably fell out of love with education in the later on years because I wasn't studying something that I really enjoyed. To get a place in the UK, you need your 3 A's as minimum, probably better to get a couple A stars in there, and you also need to get a place from the university before you even take your tests. For me, before I even took my test, I was already rejected from all 5 universities that I applied for. Now in the UK, we do have a 6-year medical course in King's College where you can apply and get in with lower grades than usual. I did not get a place there either. My choices were pretty limited. I had either the choice to redo my A-levels, either do something like biochemistry or pharmacology and then apply as a graduate, or growing abroad. Taking a course like pharmacology or biochemistry would have been something that I really didn't want to do, and also retaking my A-levels was something that I really did not want to do.
After the information I gave you before, you can tell that it's clear that I couldn't study in Germany. So I had to find any other option. And I always knew another option is going abroad. But when I saw the pricing of most universities, especially Middle Europe, I was shocked. So I bought a folder and wrote down all the universities that I could go to. And mainly the universities were in the Eastern European countries. So I started asking people if they know about some universities that I could go to. And I ended up getting to know a very nice doctor, and he told me that his son was studying by that time in Romania. I got in contact with him and he gave me the essential information. So at least I had someone I could talk to and who could answer all my important questions.
So I sat down, I have these 2 choices. I have Bulgaria in one hand, where I know is a secure place. I know people who've studied there, who have come back and are working under the NHS. And I had Romania, where on the other hand, I didn't know so much about. However, they were my 2 main choices. So I had to weigh up the advantages and the disadvantages of each and actually come to a firm decision of where I wanted to study, where I wanted to spend my next 6 years of my life. We came to the decision that I would be studying in Romania. The main reason was the language. Bulgaria's alphabet was just so foreign to me, and it was going to be really difficult for me to learn. Romanian's alphabet and the language is a Latin language, which is very similar to other languages that I know how to speak. So it was decided I'm taking a flight straight to Romania. I'm spending my next 6 years there. The question was, how do I actually get a place at a university? How do I get there? How do I actually start studying? Speaking with my father and him saying that financially going abroad is an option, I started to have a look and see where exactly I could go. to complete the medical course. For that, I used an agency. Now, an agency helps you take care of all the paperwork, all the application process that you need to actually get into a university, and they sort all of that out because it is a long and tedious process that is a little bit difficult for some people to do on their own, especially in a different language. Now, I'd gone through this agency. I probably wouldn't go through the same agency as I'd gone through because they did promise a lot of things that they did not live up to. There were times when I was here needing an apartment or needing some help with sorting out some SIM cards or opening up a bank account. However, when you call them, they had no actual representatives here in Romania, which was a real bummer. They weren't too well versed with what's going on in Romania. However, I got here safe and sound, and for that, I am most grateful.
I was doing this whole process by myself, and I can tell you this was hard. I didn't even know about agencies that help you find a place to study. I translated all my documents and got them legalized. So I bought a flight ticket, went there by my own. I met a lot of nice people who then helped me during this process. For example, there was one woman who's doing the English test, another girl that also studies now in our university. I got so lucky to meet those people because without them, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be studying here right now. So I had some time left to study for the entrance exam, and then I was passing it. Finally, I got into a university to study my dream subject. It's a huge decision to go somewhere for 6 years, the most important years of your life. I mean, you are in your 20s, you want to have your friends around you and especially the family as well. But in the end, my dream of studying dentistry overweighed the advantages of staying at home and study something else I don't even want to study. I just took all my stuff and moved completely to Romania.
Now, if it is one of your dreams to study medicine here in Romania, fill out one of our forms on our website and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
And to our fellow students in Bucharest, our event page is finally online, so don't forget to sign up for all the fun stuff.
Thanks for watching, guys. That was just a small explanation as to how and why we are studying medicine in Romania.
And if you have any topics you would like us to talk about or any other questions, write them down in the comment section below.
With that being said, make sure to like, subscribe and turn on the post notifications if you don't want to miss out on any further videos.
See you next time. La revedere.
And ciao.